Hello everyone, good morning. Today we are going to explain about server system architecture, in which we chose the topic of an overview of modern server system. Without further ado, let's dive into it. First, let me introduce our team member, which is group 2. First, we have me, Raka, and then we have Muhammad Atal Halimusa, and then we have Hafiz Azriel. We also have Muhammad Raihan Zaki. For the next part is going to be explained by Muhammad Raihan Zaki.
Okay, let's start with the introduction first. So, servers are super important in today's digital world for all sort of online stuff like website, clothes apps, online learning, and money system. They handle user requests, store data, and keep everything running smoothly. To deal with more user and keep things reliable, you need a good server architecture. This architecture shows how server parts are set up and how they work together to give you efficient, scalable, and secure services. And the second is overview of server system architecture. The first thing is the system structure. Server system architecture explains how server components such as hardware, software, and network infrastructure are structured and connected to form a complete system that supports applications and services. And then request processing, it's describe the flow of data in the system starting from when a client sends a request, how the server processes the request using application logic, and how the response is delivered back to the user. And of course, resource management. The architecture also manages important server resources, including CPU, memory, storage, and network bandwidth, to ensure the system runs efficiently, reliably, and can handle multiple users at the same time. Okay, now we move to advantage and challenge of server system architecture. The first one is the advantage, scalability, and performance. Modern server architecture allows systems to handle increasing workloads by distributing tasks across multiple servers. The, this improves performance and ensures the system can support many users at the same time without slowing down. And then the second advantage is high availability and reliability. This architecture uses load balancing, redundancy, and failover mechanism to reduce downtime. If one server fails, another can take over, ensuring continuous service availability. And of course, the challenge, despite their benefits, modern server architecture can be complex and costly to manage. They require skilled administration, careful security management, and reliable network infrastructure, especially in distributed and cloud-based environment.
Types of modern server system architectures. There are four main types we should know. First is single tier architecture. Think of this as an all-in-one box. The database, the logic, and the user interface all run on one single machine. Next, we have two-tier architecture. Here we split things up into a client and a server. Your phone or laptop acts as the client sending requests, while a dedicated server handles the processing and data storage. Next, we have three-tier architecture. This is the gold standard for modern web application. It separates the system into three distinct layers: the presentation layer, the application layer, and the data layer. And lastly, we have distributed and cloud-based architecture. This is the most advanced level. Instead of one big server, we use many servers working together across different locations. Next, we have key components of modern server system. First, we have hardware components. This is the physical muscle of the server. We're talking about high performance CPU for processing, RAM for speed, and reliable storage to ensure the server stay online 24/7. And next, we have software components. If the hardware is the muscle, then the software is the brain. This includes the operating system like Linux or Windows Server. And next we have networking components. A server is useless if it can talk to anyone. Networking devices like routers, switches, and firewalls ensures that data moves quickly and safely between the server and the user. And lastly, we have virtualization and containers. This is a game changer for modern IT. This technology allows us to run multiple virtual servers on one single piece of physical hardware. It's like having several separate computers inside one box. We save money, space, and energy while making management much simpler.
Okay guys, so right now I will be explaining about comparison of server system architecture and also the real world application. First is about the performance and scalability. So different server architecture over different levels of performance and scalability. Simple architecture such as single tier and two-tier system work well for small application but struggle as user demand increase. In contrast, three-tier, distributed, and cloud-based architecture distributed workloads across multiple servers, allowing system to handle higher traffic efficiently. Next one is about the complexity and cost. So simpler architecture are easier and also cheaper to manage but lack flexibility and long-term scalability. And also more advanced architecture introduce higher complexity and operational costs, but they provide better reliability, scalability, and also performance, making them suitable for large-scale system. Last one is the architecture selection. So there is no one-size-fits-all solution. The choice of server architecture depends on system requirements such as user load, budget, availability, needs, and future growth. So next one is the real-world application. So first, how about like we want to make a web and e-commerce system? So modern website and online shopping platform commonly use three-tier or multi-tier architecture. This architecture separate user interface, application logic, and database, allowing system to support many users while maintaining performance and security. How about for enterprise, cloud, and financial system? So large organization, cloud service, and banking system rely on distributed and cloud-based architecture. This system require high availability, strong security, and scalability to handle critical data and continuous operation. Last one is scalable digital service such as social media platform, online learning system, and SaaS application use cloud-based architecture to scale resources dynamically. This ensures stable performance even during peak user.
Thank you to all my friends who has explained their materials. Next, we're going to dive into the conclusion. It has three main points. First, the importance of server system architecture. Server system architecture is a critical foundation of modern computing systems. It determines how server handles user requests, manage resources, and deliver reliable services for applications such as websites, cloud platforms, and online systems. Second, we have key takeaways from modern architecture. Modern server architectures, including multi-tier, distributed, and cloud-based systems, offer improved scalability, performance, and availability. Each architecture has its own strengths and is chosen based on system requirements, workload, and budget. Okay, so for the final insight here, there is no single architecture that fits all scenarios. Choosing the right server system architectures requires careful consideration of system needs to ensure efficiency, reliability, and long-term sustainability. I think that's it from our group and our explanation about system server architecture. I hope this is clear enough to be understand. And yeah, thank you everyone for your attention. Good morning.